and Park City's such a real town. It's not Aspen. It's not even Sun Valley. Like, it is so just authentic. Like, the billionaire next door wears Crocs.
Well, guys, welcome to the Fruitstand Podcast. Our guest today is Chloe Martinez.
Martino.
Martino.
Yes. Italian.
Hey, Italian.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, I call her Mrs. Park City.
This
Okay.
is Park City.
And she is. It's one of those things to be a realtor and sell Park City, but to be more than just a creator. You provide so much value in your posts, what you do, and the app specifically. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Thank you.
But yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny to be called actually a content creator because I don't really think of it that way. I always think of myself as like Park City's cruise director, of like just kind of a concierge, like what's fun, what's going on, what's worth it. But then I guess now it's like in this world, you like if you're doing that stuff, you are like an influencer content creator. But still, when people call me that, I'm like, I guess.
I love the term concierge. I do use that a lot, even for myself.
Yeah.
Like when you're hosting someone, you know.
Right,
And
totally.
cruise director, that instantly made me understand, because like if you go on a good cruise, you know the cruise director.
Yeah.
You know when your lunches are, whenever the parties
Mhm.
are, and that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is how it feels. I probably get like 40 DMs a week just of people that are like, hey, we're in town. What's fun this week? So that's why I started the calendar and like all these different things. But that is kind of, I mean, I almost see myself as a realtor second
Okay.
and as like a cruise director first.
So, I mean, let's kind of jump into that,
Yeah.
because I feel that's kind of the same way that your content, and even when I personally reach out to you, it's not necessarily for real estate, but it is for that know-how. But then I think that always reminds people of like, well, I mean, if I'm going to move to Park City, I know who I'm reaching out to.
Right. If there ever comes a day you're ready to like become a permanent cruise member, then you call me. So
Absolutely.
I'm building my cruise directory, I guess.
Cruise direct. I like that. Cruises at Park City. I mean, I don't know if the handle's been
Honestly,
made
it's a
yet,
good idea.
right?
Yeah, I should grab it.
When you started to build this content strategy, where you want to say that, you know, the events of Park City and stuff like that, what was your starting with the network? Were you just kind of going off the things you do, people asking you?
Yeah, so I mean, originally I ran content creation for Realtors. That's how I got into the business. And one of the teams that I was running creation for asked me to join their team. So I did, and I was like, I should probably just start my own thing if there ever comes a day when I want to go out on my own, do my thing. And it was, it's always so cringe when you have a friend that like starts their own like influencer page. You're just like, oh,
Sure.
here we go. Here's another one. So I remember I went on that day and I was like, hey guys, like I'm starting this page because I followed everyone that I knew that I felt comfortable following. And I was like, it's going to be some homes, but it's mostly going to be what is fun about Park City. Like what's fun about this town. And the reason why I did that mostly for me was because I just can't think about real estate all day, 24/7. It's too much. And it just becomes your whole life is like your job and your personality. So I really just wanted to branch out and have fun and like keep the job fun. So that's why I do most of this stuff. It really is not even because it trends better,
Right.
but which does, that's always helpful. But it really is just like I can't think about homes 25/7. Like I've got to do the fun stuff. And that's the whole point of Park City, is that it is so fun. It's the place where everybody goes because they can live there, not because they have to live there.
Right, right.
So that's kind of just how it evolved. It was very natural. It wasn't really even much of a strategy other than like just listening to the feedback where people are like, oh, some of these restaurants are overpriced and not very good. And I'm like, that's a good point. I should make sure everyone knows which ones are good and which ones they should go to. So I always try and theme it around what is super worth it, what is like the unknown, spot. I totally stay away from tourist traps. Like if I don't like it, I don't do it. I don't.
Good.
Definitely not a billboard for hire. A lot of
Right.
people have asked me to cover it, and I'm like, sorry, I'm too busy because I don't like it.
But I mean, it's also like that builds trust, you know,
Totally.
like if you're able to be like, you know, I can say, go here, go here, go here.
Yeah.
But if that's the same top three that everyone else says, and it's just
Totally.
traditional, and then it's always packed.
Totally.
I mean, I'll even say the same thing where a lot of people like to go to the High West bar. But
Yeah.
it's like, if you really want the High West experience, they have a whole nother place you can go to.
Totally, yes.
So it's funny where it's just like, oh, we're going to High West, but I don't know if I want to go there after riding today. It's a little busier,
right.
those type of things.
Well, and the amount of people too, I mean, I definitely do have built a following that is like trusts my recommendations, but I get a lot. I'm sure you do too. We just talked about this about not gatekeeping.
Oh, 100%.
Do you get so many DMs from people that are like, stop posting about our favorite local spot?
Well, you know that the lift lines are my fault, right? The lift lines of ski resorts in Utah, they are all my fault.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I post about it, the lines are my fault. That's what I've gotten from my DMs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
don't shout out our
Oh my
secret.
gosh. The amount of just the haters, but it's also that's kind of how you know you hit on something good, right? Is because you're like,
Instantly.
if it's worth protecting with your life on Instagram, then clearly it's a good spot that people need to know.
I also think that like educating tourists, okay, where people want to hate on tourism and they hate on long lines and they do it. Few
Mhm.
things. A lot of money comes from tourism. The
100%.
locals aren't always able to support all the other shops and all the boutiques and things like that.
Yes.
But then also, when you educate the tourists, when you let them know, when you have that idea, then they're just not the random person who comes to Park City, goes to McDonald's,
Totally.
eats at
Yeah.
Chili's, and then
Yeah.
bounces out of town.
Well, or even just ends up just bouncing between No Name and Spur all weekend. Like, there's so
Right.
many amazing little spots that I love highlighting. Like, I just did one last weekend on the Nickel Bar. I had never even been there in the 30 years I've lived. I mean, I think it's actually evolved because wasn't it Cicero's at one
Cicero
point?
before.
But I was like, this is such an awesome spot. It's quiet. It's more refined for the people that don't want to party at Spur every single night, which I love
Right.
Spur, but you need a mix. So it's fun to be able to provide different angles for a different type of vacation so everybody doesn't end up in the same place, you know?
So when you came, we just talked about DMs. What got you to make your app?
Oh, my brother's a coder. So it was definitely, I was way too intimidated to like do it myself, but I reached out to him because every single thing I do, it's gonna sound really petty, but it's just so true. Every single thing I do, another realtor is copying within like a week. And so I was like one of the first people to have a Park City guide. Now every single realtor in town has a Park City guide.
Right.
And, you know, everything I do on Instagram, suddenly people are now showing off all the same stuff I'm doing. And I'm like, okay. So I honestly was like, what's the highest barrier of entry that nobody could copy? So I was like, why don't I make it an app that has all the fun things that I would want for a vacation? Like if I'm going to a town, what would I want? So I have like different setup, like 3-day itineraries if you're on a girls trip, if you're on a boys trip, if you're on a trip with kids, because a lot of those are the DMs I get, right? Is like, hey, we're coming for a bachelorette party. And I'm like, don't worry, I got you. I have a 3-day itineraries right here. Like, so it's been easy to just kind of implement based off the feedback of what people want. So I've got the guide. It's like 18 pages. It has everything from day trips, restaurants, bars, trails, like all of it. And then I partnered with Dishing Magazine, so now they're on the app. And then I do like a blog post, probably every other month.
Okay.
And right now it's 7 events happening every week in Park City all summer. Because it's great. Then anybody that comes in, they can just see where they want to go. So we've got opera in the park. We've got High West brunch. We've got all these just really amazing things that people don't always know about. And so I think it's been a really cool resource and it's been fun to watch. Like on Christmas, when I launched it last year, I think I had 7,000 people on the app on one day. And I was like, oh, that's so cool that like all these people are finding what I want to give them. And like, I'm actually enhancing people's vacation.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
No, see, and I remember it specifically during Sundance, rest in peace.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, during Sundance, that's that same thing to where
Yeah.
that's when my DMs usually blow up the most
Right, of
during that.
course,
Where,
yeah.
where do I go? What do I do? And
Yeah.
it's
Can you
like,
get me in?
can you get me in? Oh, I love that one, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it is the idea that like being able to have that centralized app for people to just go to,
Yeah.
click on,
Totally.
and just being able to have that confidence that, like you said, the trust you've built with
Yeah.
people.
Well, and as it's growing with the app, I'm now able to actually like push out alerts and things like for cool events, even ones that are kind of invite only, because I'm like, okay, I know that if I push this out today, it'll get maybe 1,000 views, we'll get maybe 200 people, and that's fine.
Right.
So it's like it's been a really fun way to kind of, if you know, you know. And if you're on the app, you get kind of sometimes some special insights and invitations to more like local events. Yeah, I do. It's so fun because I met you at Sundance, right? Is that when we first
That's
met?
when we first met in
At
person.
Togo.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was so funny because we put out that party through the app, actually. It was
Right.
like you had to have the app to get into the party.
Right.
And it was just that was a crazy Sundance as far as like chaos. There's a lot of chaos last year. And yeah, it was fun to kind of be able to get the info that people needed through a different source
Mhm.
and, to kind of be the source. It
Well,
was fun.
congrats. I
Thanks.
think Park City being as small population, but big on the map
Yeah,
that it
that's
is,
right.
the fact
And
that your
getting
app
bigger.
yeah, the fact that your app's able to really represent that, it's something that I know other cities look at that already and they wonder like, "Oh, wow, that's on another level."
It's easy in a small town though, because everybody wants to have that like local friend that's plugged in.
Right.
And so that's kind of the app. The app is your local friend. It also has a 24/7 concierge. You can just text them and ask them any question. Surprise, it's actually me. It goes to my phone. But some days I get like inundated, but most days it's like 2 or 3 that come in a day. And it's awesome because people are like, I had someone last night that was like, "Hey, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend in Park City in a couple weeks. Like, do you have any ideas?" And I was like, do I? So we just went to town and like planned his whole proposal and it was so, so fun. I can't tell you what it's going to be, but it's going to be really cute. So, yeah.
Okay. So what do you think of the content creator scene in Park City? Do you feel it's pretty chummy? Do you feel it's pretty collaborative?
Who is there? I mean, there's like
Okay.
5 of us, I feel
That's
like, I mean,
good.
I don't know. I feel like the bar is fairly low actually, but I mean, Salt Lake has a lot of amazing creators that do come up and like showcase stuff in Park City. I've worked with like Chef's Kiss a bunch.
Mhm.
They're I think it's definitely a day trip for them though. Like there's not a lot of people that live
Live
in
in
Park
Park
City
City.
and actually like live and breathe our lifestyle. And it's so different.
Ooh, can I get controversial with you real quick?
Yeah, do it.
Is Kimball Junction Park City?
Um, it's funny because when I grew up there, it wasn't there. Like there was no Redstone. So I always consider it fringe Park City. But I would say so because um, a lot of the time you're paying Park City taxes and I think that counts. And it's definitely the epicenter of Park City is growing so massively now that we have Studio Crossing going in, which
Mhm.
is going to be like a whole new Redstone. If you don't know where that is, it's out by the hospital, by Quinn's Junction, so the opposite junction. But it's just Park City used to be tighter and it's getting a lot bigger. I mean, now when I post about Hideout, I tag it as Park City because it's 5 minutes over the border of the Park City line. And pretty soon you're going to be able to just zip right into Redstone and you'll be eating in Park City in 2 minutes. So,
That was a perfect, like, honest, but also, like, a local answer.
well, it
Because
just
well,
is,
because people I mean, I can travel to Miami right now and someone says, "Where are you from?" And I say Salt Lake, and sometimes they don't know, but if you say Park City, "Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool."
it's true, right? They
So to
actually,
me,
yeah.
anyone Kimball Junction, Summit, all those areas,
Yeah,
I say Park City. Now when it's just locals, you can be specific to your
of
neighborhoods.
course. Yeah.
But yeah, I do totally agree with you,
Yeah.
especially the whole you're paying Park City prices, you might as
Totally.
well call
And
it.
it's a lifestyle. You get invited to things that nobody else will ever even hear about outside of. I'll be controversial for a second. When people ask me if I'm from Utah, I'm like, yes, but I'm from Park
Park
City,
City.
which is like the Vatican of Utah. We're like our own little state,
Right.
kind of self-operating. And it's honestly really kind of true in the real estate world as well. There's kind of a huge difference between Park City Realtors and Salt Lake Realtors.
Oh, yeah.
Like we operate on a very different level because we are a small town and there's like a level of respect and there's just a code
Right.
that you kind of play by. And I helped a friend buy a house in Salt Lake the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, this place is a jungle. Like they just don't have a code. It is just like claws out. And Park City's not that way. And that's why I love our town is like even
You
competing
can't burn the
realtors respect
bridge.
each other. You don't burn a bridge. If you do, you're not gonna stay long in Park City.
Right.
So
Okay, so if you were talking to another agent right now, starting out in another small town,
okay.
somewhere right that,
Yeah.
what do you think they should focus on when it comes to content?
Just be original. Oh my gosh. I feel like all of the content now is so watered down between everybody just doing the same thing. It's like the 5-second video of, some dramatic hook like Park City is so over. Here's why. And then it has actually nothing to do with that, but it's this long caption. And it's kind of diluting, I think, the efforts. So if you can come up with something that is really unique to you, or really even in the way you present it, like my weekly calendar is not unique. I'm sure there's a lot of weekly calendars out there, but I think the way I present it of like, hey, I'm here at this event. You could be at this event next Sunday if you get the calendar. Like,
Right.
like things, and I always get in front of the camera and actually talk with people and connect with people. There's a lot of faceless marketing going on that does very well as far as virality, but I don't think it allows you to connect very much with your audience. So
I'll say for you as well, because again, we had met through social media
yeah.
prior to meeting in person for a while in there. But I love when meet someone on social media and then meet them in person, and they do seem like the same genuine person
Yeah.
that you're sharing.
Well, how exhausting if you had to like manage multiple personalities on
Yeah,
it.
mask on, mask off.
I just feel like you gotta be real about it. I mean, I was a reporter for years, so it was very easy for me to do the kind of like, hey, we're here at this event and this is how long it's going for, because I did that for years. So I think in general, I do have kind of a broadcasty presence. That actually was my major also. But it just, I think you got to be real with people. And Park City's such a real town. It's not Aspen. It's not even Sun Valley. Like it is so just authentic. Like the billionaire next door wears Crocs. Like
Right.
it's just how Park City is, right?
He
So
bikes up the canyon in the morning.
100%. Like, yeah, it's such a cool place. So I think authenticity really resonates there.
Okay. When it comes to the real estate side, the luxury homes,
Yeah.
do you feel like a lot of people are working with solo creators, or are they hiring agencies to do their content?
Do you mean the builders or
General around, whether you think the builders or the finished realtors.
I mean, a lot of realtors hire out. I actually think that almost no realtors do their own content, especially if they're, I mean, I don't mean to date anybody, but I think in general, if they are over the age of 40, there's like a 90% chance they're not doing their own content.
Hiring an
They
agency.
probably don't have time too. Like they have kids, they've got families, it's a whole thing. And if you don't start out, I mean, it's a full-time job. Like it is so hard to have good content constantly pushing out. But I would say, I think if you have the what would you call it? Like the mind for it,
Mhm.
if that sparks with you and you know how to make good content, for sure you're doing it yourself, or you should be, because it'll just be so much more authentic and you'll be able to capture things on the go. Um and so, I get reached out to a lot by people that want me to come and do stuff. Definitely can't do it all, and it's, I have to also kind of pick and choose, like, who I'm loyal to. If I'm working with builders, I can't go work with a builder competitor.
Mhm.
So I have to kind of navigate the
But
small
that's
town
that's
bed.
also loyalty though. That's what I think
Yeah,
sometimes, at least in the snowboard ski world, when you start signing your sponsors,
yeah,
you get all excited, but then you
totally.
start realizing if you're this sponsor for a jacket, but they also make gloves,
Right,
you're kind of on their
right,
same gloves right
right,
there,
right,
you
right.
know?
But I always refer them. There's a lot of really
Yeah.
talented people, so if I can't do it, I'm like, "Hey, you should call this person," or even I'll just give them some ideas, of how they can kind of make their own content. I really just wish people, it's the thing I tell every single person, just find what makes you unique and, like, lean into that. You definitely do not need to appeal to every single person. Like, I actually think I probably appeal to very few people, but by the time someone calls me, they've seen all my videos and they know we're gonna vibe. So all my clients are so awesome. I have, like, never had a bad client because they just know we're gonna fit.
Right.
And so I think if you really market yourself authentically, you're gonna end up with the best clients and it's gonna be easy, and your job will be enjoyable. So that's always my advice to people, is like, just, really put yourself out there, even if you think it's a little bit too niche, because you'll find the people that resonate with that niche and you won't even have to go looking for them. They'll find you.
I love that.
So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like you have totally found that. There's so many people that love your stuff and come back every single time to comment on your stuff. Like you have such a branded, like loyal following because they resonate with you. Because you're not just trying to be like every other content creator. You have a very specific style.
Well, I appreciate that. I definitely I'm the same way. I feel like a lot of my news stories when it comes to like the snowboard world, it's not necessarily negativity or it's calling people out,
Yeah.
but if there's something going on, I think the big one that we can talk about that kind of made me feel very happy was not happy, it's a horrible way of saying it. The strike at Park City
Oh,
when all the patrollers went on strike.
yeah. Good time.
And there was a good amount of influencers that I knew that couldn't talk about it because of
Interesting.
their brand
Oh
deals,
my gosh.
because they are a
Yes,
past person.
true.
So here they
That's a
are
really good point.
having their friends on ski
Mm,
patrol on strike where you want them to be supportive,
yeah.
but they weren't allowed to talk on their socials. So I was up there in the
Yeah.
morning, tagging them, posting it,
Yeah.
bringing them coffees, donuts on the
Love
crosswalks
it. I
outside of
love it.
Jang's,
Yeah.
you know.
Voice
But
of the people.
yeah, well, it's what's the point of having a social media if
That's
I
really good.
can't really use it? Not
Yeah.
trying to gain followers or views at that point,
Right. Yeah.
but specifically say, "Hey, in my town right now, Patrol's not making a lot of money and they're on
Right.
strike.
Yeah.
And being able to have a platform that you're able to talk about that,
Yeah.
like I said, I feel it's the same thing. Um, I've also learned to accept the haters, just like you said
Please teach
before.
me how to accept the haters.
If
They
if
keep me up at night.
oh no, they don't. They don't keep me up at night.
Oh, man.
I think for me, in my relation for content in the snowboard world,
Mhm.
it is the fact that people think that you're blowing up their spot or that you're giving too much
Always.
information
Yes,
away.
yes, yeah.
And to me, you want that person to come to your resort and enjoy your favorite thing.
Right.
Understand there.
Yeah.
And like, little
I think
secret
that's
here,
always gonna
guys.
be a battle for us.
I don't give away all the secrets. I still keep that 10 to 15% for me.
Right, right,
I
right, right.
have favorite runs that I've never taken a student on. I have favorite
I love
runs that
it.
I've never taken a guest. Why? Those are me. Those are me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Mhm. Yeah. You gotta protect the secret spots just enough.
Just enough.
But that's why if someone goes out of their way to DM me, I will share it. If someone's like, "Hey, I need
Love
this," like,
that.
I'm not gonna say where everyone should propose to their wife in Park City
Right.
because then everyone's proposal becomes diluted, right? But if 1 or 2 people a year are like, "Do you have any good ideas?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." And I share them all.
But that's yeah, I actually just had another creator on here a couple weeks ago, Brandon, and he said that same thing where he's a super busy person.
Yeah.
Films a lot of videos,
Mhm.
does a lot of reviews, but no matter who it is, if someone takes the time to DM you a question,
Totally.
if you can
I
just
love
answer
it.
it, if
I
you can
love
just
connecting with, like,
boom,
these people. I don't care if they're
you
gonna be
know?
real estate clients ever. Like, I just love making sure people have a good time.
Yes.
And I think the one thing that's really bugging me about just this, like, massive influx of creators or people that are hiring out their content is how AI is now just like, they don't even take the time to check the caption. They just put it in
Yeah.
AI, they spit it out. It's honestly factually inaccurate a lot of the time. And or my bigger one, I'm sure this gets you too, especially during this last ski season, which was rough. Like, nobody was pretending it wasn't, but,
Right.
like, people would ride up lifts where the run was not open, and they would film. Do you
Oh,
remember
I
who
know
this
which one
guy
you're
was?
talking. I
Oh
know
my god, I hate
100% you're
him.
talking about.
I don't know
It
who
was
he
at the
is. I
canyons.
literally hate this guy. He's so annoying. And he would totally, like, gaslight everyone and, like, show a run that was not supposed to have snow on it, not even open, and be like, "These are the runs at Park City right now."
South facing.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "No, if you pan the camera left, you'll see a perfectly good run with people skiing right down it." Like, and he made everyone like, I think it was honestly a bummer for Park City because I think people canceled trips because of
100%.
content like that,
Mhm.
and he was doing it for the views.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, work your hustle, but be legit about it." And so I think, like, you and I were some of the people leading the charge being like, "Hi, just so you know, like, yeah, it's not the best New Year, but these are the 10 runs that are actually pretty good this week.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
you can totally go skiing and have a great time." And that bugged me so much, and I
I
just hate when
think
people put out false information for views,
right.
you know?
I think the biggest thing that I didn't even shout out too much, but I had several friends come from New York, LA. A lot of people come out during the holidays this year.
Yeah.
We're talking MLK weekend. We're talking President's Day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 30 seconds in lines, 2 minutes of solitude,
It was
nothing at Park
with a
City.
few powder days
And
there
yes,
too.
and they
It
also
was not, like
snowed.
it was not it was bad year, let's be real, but, like,
Right.
it really was not unskiable. It was a great time. I skied a ton January, February, and had a blast at Deer Valley. Like,
When you're someone who
it was
complains
awesome.
about the conditions and
Yeah.
you're complaining about the lines and you're complaining about this,
Right.
but then there's no lines and the conditions aren't great.
Right.
It's like, dude, you can't have this 1984 old
Right.
school, no one's in the
Yeah.
canyon anymore,
Yeah.
you know?
And to be fair, I have done 1 or 2 based off a real experience where I got trapped at King Con because the lift broke down and they wanted everyone to hike out in their ski boots and gave us hot chocolate coupons. I did post about that because I
Uh-huh.
was like, "Okay, that was atrocious."
That's a long
Like,
one.
somebody should have gotten a free day pass.
Yeah,
Like, if you had spent
everybody.
a day pass and 300, what is it, 350 now or something
Insane.
crazy? Like, sometimes I'm like, you do need to be called out because that was bad customer service.
Right.
And that's a whole different experience, but, like, let's keep it real, let's keep it authentic this winter. Let's not, post fake stuff for the views and just, like, help people have a good time instead of fear-mongering.
So I saw an article recently that Park City was trying to focus on the guest experience this next coming year,
Oh.
and they were trying to go after Deer Valley's excellence level.
That'll be interesting. I'd love to see it.
And so would
I
I.
mean,
I also think it's funny that if you're gonna pick any resort to challenge, maybe not go after the big dog. Maybe not going after
yes, that would
someone
be interesting.
'cause guys, I'll say straight up as a snowboarder
Oh,
core, I
you can't.
ski, but as a snowboarder core, Deer Valley is one of the greatest
It
experiences
was the
on snow.
best. I've actually now
It's
completely gone Deer Valley. I grew up in the Colony on a
Mhm.
ski run in Park City. It was home. I was on Harmony Run, great run.
Okay.
But I just can't do it anymore. Like it's a not the experience that Deer Valley is giving.
Yeah.
It's not a bad experience, but Deer Valley's just got it locked in. And I am like, I will pay $3,000 for a season's pass at Deer Valley.
It's somehow Deer Valley because skiing and snowboarding is one of the most expensive sports to get into.
Yeah.
They're all expensive, but Deer Valley makes their slightly more expensive than the others
Totally.
seem like a 3 to 4-star increase. The
100%.
food, the customer
Yeah.
experience there, it really is
Yeah.
a different level
Yeah.
than the other resorts, and it's really cool. I mean, if you like groomers, it's the greatest groomers out there,
Yeah.
okay? It's also some of the best competitions when they do the,
So
moguls,
fun.
the
So
snow
fun.
fun.
And Park City definitely has its place, but it's kind of funny because when I was going out on my own, I read this book called Unreasonable Hospitality. Have you read it?
Love it.
Great, great book.
Uh-huh.
And on my own in real estate, I mean. And I just was like, I so badly want to be the Deer Valley of Realtor. Like I want them to feel like they can call me for anything other than real estate. And I'm not gonna lie, they do. Like it's now gotten excessive, but I'm actually love it because I'm like, oh, they really trust me. Like they think of me as a friend, not as their realtor. And it's been really, really fun to just go the distance, make sure that anytime they come into town, they have a calendar of events. They get invited to anything that I can get them into that's, invite only and just give them the access and the experience. And like I developed so many fun things as it's kind of grown. Like whenever I have new clients come to town, I put this huge basket together of like all my favorite local Park City stuff. And I try and like learn things about them. Like if they're bringing their kids and it's Easter weekend, I make sure there's like Easter eggs for a hunt and all this stuff so they can like have a personalized experience because I'm like, that's what makes the difference,
It
you
it's
know?
what makes them think of you next time. It's what
Well,
makes them wanna go there again,
in a
you
world where
know?
you honestly don't need, I'll say it, you don't need a realtor. Like you could look on Zillow and like find a lawyer to put together an offer for you, but like that's the point is somebody that is so plugged into your town that actually makes the home buying experience really fun and not stressful. Problems are going to happen. So it needs to be somebody that is like handling it with an amazing attitude that like calms everybody down. Had to do that all morning. And, people get really emotional about these purchases. Of course, it's a huge purchase. And sometimes it's a little thing that's not a big deal, but it sets everybody off. And you've got to be the person that makes it all like a smooth transition and has everybody having a good time at the end of the day. So that's kind of how I feel about like, yeah, it was a bad skier for Deer Valley, but they went above and beyond to make sure everybody felt taken care of, that their customer service was on point, that it was still a great representation of a Park City vacation. And so, like, I feel the same way, even when a deal goes bad, like, I have to make sure that I did every single thing to make it above and beyond, and like, it's the personal details that
Always.
really get you there.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
yeah.
I had a talk that I used to do a lot for, snowboarding called "Take a Picture of Mom,"
Aw.
and what that was is you can take a family waist deep powder through a snowboard day and just have the best day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get them clips, video, all
Yeah.
that kinda stuff. But if mom's at the lodge or if mom's the one getting the family ready and stuff like that, she rarely takes a picture with the kids or even the dad.
Yeah.
So it's like I always made sure that when the family was done at the end of the day, I always took a family photo. Make sure mom got a photo on
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And I really think when I started changing my perspective of like what being an instructor, a resort concierge
Right.
basically was,
Yeah.
I started realizing that, yeah, meeting your client at the car, making sure they get that photo,
Totally.
telling them, hey, by the way, the kids can go play for a little while, go to the Cliff Spa.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
somewhere and enjoy yourself.
Totally.
And I feel like that's really where my career as far as, like, instructing and content and just
Mhm.
the way I've met people, it is looking for that extra feel so they enjoy their time.
Well, and to do that, you have to be really interested in your clients. Like, you have to get information out of them. Like, I was shocked because I worked with a lot of top realtors. Now, I'm not gonna say any names, and it's just like they're all amazing. They give amazing service. but the service for a lot of them ends the day of closing, right? And they even like their closing gifts, they'll give like a blanket and like some champagne, and it was like a $7 million house. And I'm like, interesting. And after reading the book, I was like, I want my closing gifts to be so memorable. So I've really gone like way out of my way. Cameo is my favorite thing in the world. I always try and find out like who was their like childhood hero, who was like their favorite TV show. They're always somewhere on Cameo you can find
That
like
is a
something.
smart one.
And we did one a little while ago. They're massive Auburn fans. And right? Yeah, Auburn. And so I couldn't get a hold of the coach, but all this stuff I was trying really hard. But I finally found Mr. Kick Six on, you know who that is?
Yeah.
The guy that like kicked it. It was
Yep.
years ago, but he's like very famous. And I got him to do this whole video about like, congrats on your house in Utah. And then he like talked to them all about like the season and stuff like that. And they sent that to every single one of their friends from Auburn. And I was like, okay, not only did I just like nail the best marketing circle ever, but also it was like so memorable and like hilarious to them. And it was just that I like went the distance to learn about them, to know what would resonate with them. And then, did the other things too. But like, it's those things and no one's doing it.
Right.
It is so easy to stand out because no one's doing it. So I don't know, back to advice. I'm like, guys, just put in like a little bit of effort and make it worth it to have a realtor, because otherwise, how are you earning your commission?
For sure. And I like that. Earning it.
Earn it.
Right,
Actually earn
absolutely.
it. Like, yeah.
Okay. So one more question before we get to some rapid fire ones.
Oh,
What do you think is the big next thing of Park City?
there's so much. I could go on for, I mean, were you there during the Olympics?
Mhm.
Yeah. So like, for those of us that lived through the first Olympics, this like knowing there's an Olympics coming is like spiritual. Like I can
Love it.
barely talk about it without crying because I'm like, we hosted a team in our house. Like it was so, so special. And I mean, I think as that comes closer, I'm really looking forward to getting involved. Like anybody that wants to put me on a board, let's chat. But like I think something like that is just
Huge.
huge for me. That's what my mind immediately goes to. But then you have the obvious ones: Deer Valley East Village. Apparently, a bunch of new festivals. Are you excited for Snowfest?
Well, I am. We'll
Snow
see what
tour.
yeah.
Snow Tour.
And then we have the Snow League.
Snow League. That's
Snow
it.
League.
Snow League.
Yeah.
That's it. Sorry. Do Tour, Snow League,
Yeah.
whatever.
So yeah, the Snow League, which I
yeah.
thought was a crazy move, but they took that Sundance weekend.
They're gonna do it.
Sundance left. They're going in there.
I'm
so
excited. I think that'll be really fun.
I'm excited for a world-class half pipe to be back at Park City.
100%. I mean, yeah, like
Sure.
what a joke, right? Where did that go? So they'll come on. But yeah, I mean, and then now they just announced the new Park City Film Festival.
Mhm.
Question marks, but we'll see.
It's in October.
October.
Okay.
We'll see.
Hey, get the ball rolling.
You know what? Why not? Like,
Right.
here for it. I just think there's a lot of things as we get bigger. I think there's going to be a lot more that comes our way. And even with just things like the warehouse that moved into Park City, that has opened up a lot of just new opportunities. Like now we have singer events in Park City, Utah. Like they're just really cool things that are developing in every single niche. Oh, Chef's Table is in a
Right,
week, right? And so I think there's just a lot that is going to be coming Park City's way with the infrastructure, with the Four Seasons, with all of the luxury branding that is now deciding to commit to Park City.
Love it.
It's just there is no better place to invest than a place where every single luxury brand in the world is like, oh yeah, we'll give you a Louis Vuitton, we'll give you an Almond, we'll give you a Four Seasons. Like, oh my gosh, get your checkbook out. Like, follow the people that are shaping it. So, yeah.
So good.
There's not even a good answer for that because
No,
it's
my God,
everything.
that
The
was
answer
a
is
beautiful
everything
answer.
about Park City is
Okay.
good out.
Now, even though you have your app and even though everyone DMs you questions,
Yes.
I am asking you these questions rapid fire.
Okay.
You.
Okay.
Favorite place to have dinner in Park City.
High West.
Favorite hangout spot after dinner.
Palomino.
Fa-
No, Velvet Room. Sorry. Yes. Switch.
Favorite resort on a pow day.
Deer Valley.
What run?
Nabob.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
like bomb it. Like,
Great.
yeah.
Love that. Okay. Not Main Street. Where's your favorite street to hang out in Park City?
Street
Area.
I mean, catch me at 5 Seeds 4 times a week. That's, but honestly, we are at the warehouse a ton. We're members of the warehouse. They are so, so fun. And like they always have great programming too for their members. So yeah.
Not making content, not doing technology. Where do you go?
Oh, like just where I get to have fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, we go out to dinner nonstop, so I'm probably always at a restaurant, but also I've been loving all of the summer programming this year. Opera in the park, I love, it's been really obviously, I love the Utah Symphony. I'm usually at, like, an event, or maybe I'll be golfing or boating.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on the Jordanelle a lot.
If you and I were on a golf team together and we were doing best ball, are you driving? Are you chipping? You putting? What are you gonna do?
Sweetie, I'm driving the golf cart. I'm not doing any of the above. Like, I have played golf a couple times. My husband's a good golfer, and I have a golf lesson on Thursday. So
Let's
it's my
hear
first
it.
lesson.
Oh,
I was a tennis girly, better outfits. So
golf lessons are fun. It's a
yeah,
cool way
no,
to see
I,
somebody.
yeah, you and I are golfing probably the outlaw course so that I can just kind of vibe. Have you done that course yet?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh, get over there. It's so fun. It's
Okay.
$35 a round. It's like Happy Gilmore meets Indiana Jones. It's just like a vibe, and it's the most beautiful views you've ever seen.
Oh.
With a really cool course. It's like somewhat unfinished. It's like you're kind of rough roading it sometimes,
Right.
but that's what makes it fun and like just chill.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Closing question here. Someone brand new to Park City. They don't know anyone.
Okay.
What's their first move?
Join some kind of group. Like find what you're into. If you love tennis, go to the Mark. If you love cars, go to the Warehouse. If you love anything about Park City, just call me Angela at the Velvet Room. Do you know Angela yet?
Mhm.
I know we gotta figure that
Of
out.
course.
And I just think just get involved, just get out there. There's so many fun people I've met just running around. I was at Opera in the Park last night, and this girl was like, "Hey, are you my neighbor?" Actually, she recognized my husband's hair, and we totally connected. And now I'm going to her house for pasta night. They make homemade pasta. So it's just get out there. And Park City is so welcoming. Everyone is so cool, most of them. And just like put yourself out there. And I think join some groups for sure. But there's running groups, biking groups, hiking groups. Like, just get involved.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
And follow us.
Yeah.
We'll tell
Well,
you where to
yes.
go.
We'll definitely follow her at Chloe Sells Park City.
Yep.
Chloe, Miss Park City,
This was fun.
the luxury
We
concierge.
could go on for hours.
Thank you so much. It has been I love people who are hyped on where they live, and I love this place more than most. And just to hear this time to just pick your brain.
No, thanks
So,
for having me at
absolutely.
Briggs. This has been amazing.
Yeah.
Cool spot.
Thank you. See you next time.